Hello, folks, and welcome to a new video from Street Smart Options. My name's Jim Bunker, and I've got my business partner, Jonathan Sherman, on the line, ready to tell you something about one of our new posts that we've done on our free Facebook group. And by the way, folks, if you're not a member of our free Facebook group, you can find us on Facebook. Just search under SSO for Street Smart Options. The actual site for the group is facebook.com/groups/. Street Smart Options Group. Now, folks, you can always find us on our website, which is streetsmartoptions.com, and you get into our free members area there where you're going to get some free training, and you can also join us for one of our live webinars where we're going to be doing training and talking to you about what we can offer as far as helping you out. So in today's video, we're talking about BioSpecifics Technologies. And that's a company that is not really going to fall on your radar unless you're like my business partner and you spend a bunch of time doing research. You know, Jonathan has a ton of research. You know, in our training, we talk about the mindset of a profit cycle trader. So profit cycle trading is literally the process of taking profit through the cycle, which is usually 3 to 12 weeks. And during that cycle, you're able to mitigate your losses by taking profits and understanding how to change your positioning so that you don't have so much exposure. So there's the 3 C's that we talk about for a profit cycle trader are these: confidence, consistency, and the ability to be calm. So how we do that is we have 3 secrets that we work on for our profit cycle traders. That's number 1, having a winning plan. Number 2, trading what you see and not what you feel. So understanding the basics of what the stock is actually doing, and where your mechanics are when it comes to understanding the stock. And then thirdly, trade calmly and have that confidence. So with that being said, I'm going to turn you over to Jonathan. Jonathan, can you tell us about BioSpecifics?
Yeah, we posted BioSpecifics just recently on January 18th. We're in 2019 now. And it's a small, profitable biopharmaceutical company. They've been around since 1957, so you'd think they'd be a lot bigger than they are, but they just reported 27 million in revenue in 2017. And so they've obviously been through some challenges as a company. But right now they're on solid footing. They have a injectable collagenase that is used for collagen diseases, and they have it approved, they have it. I think it's approved, or maybe it might just be in clinical for a lot of these indications. I think they're in clinical for like 13 indications and approved for 2 indications, and so but they have a lot of potential promising things in the pipeline. And at $27 million, they're profitable and growing. Earnings and sales are accelerating. So from just a fundamental standpoint, it's an interesting company. Now, we find these things based on charts, and this is a momentum trade, and we're still trading under the premise that we're in a bull market. Although that's being challenged recently. We'll get into that in a minute. But we're still trading under the premise that we're in a bull market, so we're doing another momentum play here. And this is a stock that's trading to new highs, has a decent bullish volume and price action in the stock. And this is a weekly chart we're looking at on the screen here. And so it's breaking out to new highs and has all these things going for it. One promising application that they just saw some positive clinical trial results on is using it for cellulite treatment. And of course, cellulite is something that is a problem that applies to tens of millions of people worldwide. And so, if they can get a foothold in the cellulite treatment area, there's a large market for that kind of product. And so having those positive clinical results just recently is really positive for the stock. So now I wanted to get into the stock market itself is in this area where it's a little uncertain what the direction of the market is. if you go to look at the S&P 500 here, you can see that the S&P 500 is trading below its 10-week, well, actually, it just went over its 10-week moving average. It's trading below its 40-week moving average, which is basically approximates its 200-day moving average. And a lot of institutional traders use that as an indicator, a benchmark for the major trend in the market. We're sitting here in early January, and the market went through an unusual sell-off in December of this year. I think it was maybe the worst December sell-off ever seen for the stock market in the past 100 years. It's very unusual for the market to sell off during the holiday period in December. Usually the market's quite strong around that time. But the overall market's been in this uptrend since 2009, and then a really bullish move since 2016. So it corrected some of that uptrend, and we saw some really speculative moves going into this area here in July and August of the market. So we suspected that there was a kind of a blow off going on in the market. We were looking for a correction. It's been a really sharp correction. Now, whether or not it's over or the beginning of something bigger, you can't really say in advance. What we can say right now is that the rebound off the bottom has been on bullish volume, but it's getting overdone on a cycle basis and is approaching the 200-day moving average, which is going to prove some overhead resistance for the thing. So there is some risk in the overall market. But we trade with stops and limit our risk by trading with stops. And so with BioSpecific Technologies, it's a $66 stock, and we can trade it with either with stock or with options. Now, options are a little bit thin on this stock. It doesn't trade a whole lot of volume, if you notice. Now, we don't usually get involved in stocks that trade so little volume. But it's worth a shot. It's a $66 stock. It's easy to control our risk on a stock basis. And like I said, the options on this thing are traded rather thin, so there's a large bid ask. So we could do deep in the money call options on this. But like I said, we wouldn't be able to do a very large position because the liquidity is a little bit suspect in this thing. But in any case, you can still make money in these rather thin issues. And so this is an interesting company with an interesting profile. You can look at the actual website here, and they have, we talk about this injectable collagenase, and you can, read more about, some of the applications, and some of these things get pretty technical, but they're for treatment of things like female fibroids and all kinds of collagen diseases. And the amazing thing is how many applications this product has for the human body. And collagen, overproduction of collagen is a problem, and this product here can prevent the accumulation of collagen, can control the way the body's using the collagen in the body, and so controlled overgrowth of different things, fibroids in the uterus and the thigh fat, can break down the thigh fat, and so cool stuff. And we mentioned it in our Facebook group, and anybody can join the Facebook group, and we'll see how it turns out, because this was just 3 days ago. We'll see how it turns out. So that's basically all I wanted to say about BioSpecifics Technologies.
All right, awesome, Jonathan. I appreciate that. So, folks, if you're watching us on YouTube, do me a favor and crush that like button on this video. Consider subscribing so you don't lose out or miss anything when we post a new video, because these are posted in a fairly timely manner, and it could be very good information for you, as far as your trading account. And obviously, if you don't understand everything that's being said on the video, or if you'd like a little more help, a little more instruction, you can always look us up at streetsmartoptions.com. Thanks so much for joining us for the video. And hey, remember, don't just be smart, be street smart. Have a great day.